Hello everyone, in a Minute Bliss meditation here, November the 21st, and it is the presentation of the Blessed Virgin Mary. We continue with the book of Revelation. We are now in chapter 5. Then one of the elders said to me, "Do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has conquered, so that he can open the scroll and its 7 seals." Then I saw between the throne and the 4 living creatures, and among the elders, a lamb standing as if it had been slaughtered, having 7 horns and 7 eyes, which are the 7 spirits of God sent out into all the earth. So remember what I said yesterday or the day before about, you read the book of Revelation, think of the sacred liturgy, think of, this, the sacred liturgy. So the Mass. And so you have here, when St. John sees a lamb as if it had been slain, think of the hands of Jesus, right? The hands of Jesus. So in heaven, Jesus continues to have the marks of his crucifixion, the nails, and in his sacred heart, in his side, and his feet. So he continues to have this. Why? Because the sacrifice of Christ is an eternal sacrifice. It's an immemorial sacrifice. And it will continue to be represented in an unbloody way every time Mass is offered. So Jesus never dies again. This Protestant understanding is just utterly fundamentalist, evangelical. It's just dumb. No Catholic believes this, but they insist, they believe it, or they say they believe it. I don't know what they believe, because it's not biblical. When nobody believes, no Catholic believes this. So what we do know is that Jesus stands in heaven and he's interceding for us before the throne of the Father, and he's showing his wounds and in effect saying, "Father, I have died for them, I love them, and I will continue to help them benefit from my infinitely pleasing sacrifice, and I will do so through the holy sacrifice of the Mass." That's what's going on here. That this is sort of this mystical reality is being revealed to St. John and to you and me. This is what we participate in when we go to Mass. So really try to think of this. It'll change your whole view of the Mass. There's a lot more, but I'll stick with that. Over to the Gospel. As Jesus came near near Jerusalem and saw the city, he wept over it. I don't think Jesus wept over anything, as far as we know, other than the city of Jerusalem, because it was his city. If you had only recognized on this day the things that make for peace, but now they are hidden from your eyes. Indeed, the days will come upon you when your enemies will set up ramparts around you and surround you and hem you in on every side. Jesus could see in his divine intellect how they were basically killing themselves, and this would result in their utter destruction 40 years into the future. And even in those 40 years, there would never be a time of peace. Why? Because they did not submit themselves to the Lordship of Jesus Christ and to the sovereignty of Almighty God. They perhaps thought they did. They talked about it in the way they did it, but they didn't do it. The vicious infighting, the skimming of money, the making of money in the temple. All of this was disgusting. It was sacrilegious. It was an abomination in the eyes of God, and they refused to see it. This is the nature of sin that goes unchecked, unexamined. Our actions when they're unexamined. When we don't have people around us, we're all subject to this. It's not just them, but I'm not trying to set up the straw man, and destroy this. We're all subject to this if we don't have systems of, checking us, of accountability. We can all fall into this, and they fell into it. And by the 40 years were up, 40 years of testing, judgment came down upon these people, and the Romans just razed the city to the ground for the final time. The only thing that stands is the one wall, the Western Wall, right? That's the Wailing Wall. So they paid a heavy price, and you and I will pay a heavy price. Don't kid yourself. If we refuse to submit to the kingship of Jesus Christ. At the same time, flip it around, we will experience the blessings and the benefits if we do give ourselves over to Christ. He's the only one. He's the way, the truth, and the life. He's the only one who can give us true happiness. To walk away from him is to walk away from heaven. Think about this. God bless you.